Do Miami have the roster to compete for a championship this year?
The answer is yes. Now, there's levels to championships. There's, well, no longer divisions, but, making it to the ACC championship game. So being one of the regular season co-champions, if you will, and excuse me, winning the conference and going from there. I believe that yes, this roster is in the place to compete for championships this season. The most important position in the sport is quarterback, and I think that Miami has one of the best three in college football for this year. And so, yeah, that automatically elevates. If you go quickly off the top of my head, position by position, which is what this question led me to, I believe the starting quarterback is championship caliber. I think that our long-term depth might be, but like if, we unfortunately had to transition from Cam Ward for injury or pretty much injury. I don't think that one of the backups could step in right now to challenge, but I do think the quarterback position is championship caliber. I think our running back position is championship caliber. I think our wide receivers, the talent is there, but the proven production might not be. So I'm going to say in the range of championship caliber. I do need to see some guys deliver a little bit more, but I think the talent is there, the potential is there. But at present, I'd say maybe a half step under. Same thing for tight end, but if Elijah Arroyo is actually healthy, that'll be great. I do think that this offensive line is championship caliber, which if you've been watching this channel for a while, has not always been able to be said from regarding the University of Miami offensive line, but that speaks to the work that Mario Cristobal has brought to reshape that position. Defensive line, I think that edge more than tackle. But overall, yeah, can compete, especially with Tyler Barron coming in. Simeon Barrow leaving. That's another roster kind of a thing. He's looking to leave. The transfer from Michigan State, looking to land elsewhere, probably Missouri, I believe. That would be a ding to the depth at that position at interior defensive line. But overall, I definitely think that we have the bodies there to make it work. And when you consider that you have guys who can play inside and out, like a Tyler Barron, like a Ruben Bain, hopefully we'll be able to cover that. But yeah, I'm more comfortable at edge than tackle. Linebacker at the top level, yes. I definitely think that we're championship caliber with Kiko Mawanoa and Wesley Besaint. Secondary, I don't, or I need to see more. I think that's the biggest question mark. I know that there have been people on social talking about, this is, we're going to shock the world, and hearing Mario just kind of filibuster and support his program and team as he should, but was asked on somebody's radio show, and I think it was Jacksonville, and somebody brought it up like, hey, we think that maybe his secondary is a little bit behind some of his other positions. It's position of strength for us. That's actually one of our strongest positions. Okay, coach, sure, fine, whatever. But would I have believed that last year with, Cam Kinchins and James Williams coming back and things like that? Yeah, absolutely. This year, not so much, but they can prove it to me. And special teams, I do believe that we are in a pretty good, situation with specials. We have plenty of guys with the ability to return. Borregales is one of the best kickers in America. Hutchinson actually proved himself to be a pretty good punter. And the Aussie kid, who actually punted last year. Hutchinson was pretty decent, but the Aussie kid, the new one, I forget his name. But yeah, he was pretty good at punter. So I think that we do have championship caliber specials as well. So yeah, I think for the most part, when you go down, 85, 90% of the positions by themselves in the vacuum are championship caliber, either for, division, conference, or more. But you do have to put all of that together. And I actually quoted, or I saw Justin DeTavio, one of our writers, X's and O guy, and he actually has a self-scout of Miami going into this season, dropping tomorrow on stateofview.com. So be sure that you check that out. But from another coach, an anonymous coach in one of the publications, he highlighted the last line and then put it up on social. And if I actually go over and I click to it, because I will quote it correctly, as I try always to do. You got to click on my name, and then I got to go over here. It is, so says the anonymous opposing ACC assistant coach. The biggest question for Miami is their sideline, not the roster, i.e., the coaches and their operations. Is Mario going to do some dumb shit like try to run the ball instead of take a knee? That's what another ACC coach has said. So while there is a history of success there, and I talked about it at the top, where like Mario has one, presently struggling a little bit. And hey, every championship career has, peaks and valleys. And even though he has won or led teams to some championships in the past, maybe we're in one of those valleys and he needs to like the secondary position, go and show and prove. But over, writ large, I do believe that this roster is in a position to compete for championships and has the schedule to do it. But now they just need to go do it.
Cam Ward is apparently a subpar quarterback on the road. Why don't we take a look? This is last season.
Okay.
And of course, we need to watch the games to have a full picture. But I think stats tell us 75 to 80% of what we need to know. Went on the road to Washington, of course, a team that played in the national championship game. And if you watch that game, actually, Washington converted a 4th and short. Otherwise, it was 21-all. Washington State would have been kicking the game-winning field goal. 32 of 48 for 317, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Seems
sacked
like a
5 times, but like, and that's a rivalry game too, because he was at Wazoo, if you don't remember. So, that's a huge one. You're throwing out the records and everything. Obviously, you want to see a win there, but like that seems to be pretty darn good. Skipping down to the Cal game, 34 for 59 for 354, 3-1 with 6 sacks. Now, he needs to get the ball out a little bit because it's 11 sacks in 2 games. True. All right. But that seems to be pretty decent, performance. Arizona State, 35 of 50, 315 and a tutty, only 3 sacks, ran 12 times for 2 touches. Again, team lost, could have been better, was saying subpar. I don't know. At Oregon, and we all know that Austin Stadium and that, because, we've seen that program there, 34 for 48, 438, and only 1 touchdown, 6 sacks. Again, we do want to see a couple more, touchdowns in there, a little bit more efficiency pushing the ball down the field, 6 sacks again. So a big game against a physical quality opponent. Maybe Wazoo wasn't the greatest offensive line, but you want to see that getting lower. But okay, that's another strong performance. Now, you look at the UCLA game. That's a performance that is, sorry, we're going to spend more time after practice watching film on the practice field, working with receivers, 19 of 39 for 197, under 50% completions, 1 touch and 2 interceptions and 3 sacks. That's one where we can say, But, and again, Colorado State to begin the year, 37 for 49 for 451, 3 tutties, no picks. So one game of substandard quality. I think that we've seen the counterfactual proven to the presentation that he's a bad road quarterback. But I will say 5 of his 7 interceptions were on the road last year. I will say, and also like he was sacked 39 times, which is way too many. And I mean, just in those games, boom, 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 that's 12-17 right there off a quick count. So could do better in some ways. I mean, look, and I'm not saying that he's perfect, but do not let perfect be the enemy of good. But saying that he's not like good at all, full stop, whole stop on the road, I think that by putting this graphic up and walking through it, Mark has helped me show that is not actually the case.